dreams don't scare you, they're too small. Richard Branson. In Genesis 13, verse 14 and 15, and I'm going to read you this Bible verse, and it says, After Lot went out, the Lord tells to Abraham, Look far as you can in all directions, from north, south, east, and west. I'm going to give you this land as far as you can see, to you and to your descendants as a permanent possession. There are two things we can see in this Bible verses. And the first one is that it says that after Lot went out. And that's what is really important, because God has big plans for Abraham, but why he didn't tell him when Lot was with him? What was so important that he couldn't say it with Lot there? And there are people who take her blessings, and maybe it was the moment where it was sweet and sour because they were a family, and it was a blessing, but at the same time it's hard because it was a moment where Abraham told him that, okay, you need to go to one side and I'm going to another one. But at this moment, the Lord talked to Abraham, and he talked him about a big vision for him, and it was something necessary for them to get separated. And sometimes God put a part of his people who can take away our blessings. And the second point is when God tell him, look as far as you can. I'm going to give you this land as far as you can see, until your side can reach. And this part is really important because God's one give us a big blessing, and he let us dream. And to Abraham, God tell him, how much can you see? As far as you can see is the blessing I'm going to give you. The phrase, as far as you can see, it reminds me that God is able of what we think he is able. Sometimes we limit God because we think that God is finite, but the reality is that God is infinite. He has no limits, and he's able to do great things for us. So until your side can reach, until there is going to be your blessing. So don't forget that God have big plans for you, but sometimes we need to be able to dream a little bit more and to believe that God's going to accomplish those plans in our lives.